So many humans think about just themselves. They don't bother to think about the 795 million people that are starving. Think back to dinner last night. Were you grateful for your food? Did you say thank you? Please tell me you thought about the hard work your parents put into to get the money to buy your food and cook it. Think of a warm homemade meal. Then think of the poor people eating nothing, how hungry they get. World hunger is really bad in so many parts all over the world, but it's worst in South America and Africa. We need to do something about this. Venezuela is becoming a serious problem in South America. 3.7 million people in Venezuela are undernourished. That's about 12% of the population. 1/3 of Venezuela has only one meal a day because of how expensive the food is. Early this year, Venezuela spent 6 days without power. It caused spoiled food, water pumps stopped, schools had to close, and the hospitals were unable to do life-saving operations. 43 people died in the blackout. The problems in Venezuela come from a corrupt government who are trying to manage the economic disaster as the country responds to lowering oil prices around the world. Oil interview propped up the Venezuelan economy as its food productions. And with the lower prices, there is no money and therefore no food. People receive ration boxes and they contain too little to provide appropriate nourishment. In sub-Saharan, there is 40 to 50% of people living under the poverty line. 226.7 million people in Africa are going hungry. People are going hungry because of wars going on around them. 800,000 people had to flee their homes because of violence in South Ethiopia. There are horrific droughts, so they can't grow anything. And when it does rain, it's really heavy rain. And since the ground is dry, the water can't soak into the ground, so it just floods. High food prices are another problem because the food is so expensive and the people don't get paid enough. The place that is going hungry the most in Africa is south of the Sahara, and 1 in 4 people are starving there. In sub-Saharan Africa, it has the most world hunger of any place in the whole world. 165 million children in the world are too short for their age because they are malnourished. Everyone needs to have the right nutrition, so we all have to work together to solve this, and we should be able to get them the right nutrition because we produce enough food to feed everyone. We need to do something about this. Umi is one of the thousands of people living in poverty. All she wants is her 7 children to be healthy and happy. She said, before the drought and now, life for my family has been really hard. She sometimes comes back with food and sometimes she doesn't. And while she's gone, her children eat things from the rubbish and get really sick. World Vision has helped their family a lot because now they get World Vision's nutrition program. 1 in 9 people all over the world is hungry. Some of these things are happening because of the prices of food. 44 million people went into poverty because of the prices of food. Think back to when you went to the supermarket for a week shopping. It normally ends up at around $200. Do you think about this and that this is one of the reasons that 795 million people are starving? We need to do something about this. In conclusion, there are increasing amounts of people getting hungrier and hungrier. We have hardly done anything about it. Young children are starving and might not have much time left. In my opinion, I think we're being selfish because we're not helping the people that need helping. Let's stop being selfish, donate some food to the hungry, and stop world hunger now.